Okay, so now we got lots of different ways for you to find facilities. All right, lots of different ways. But and then also my boot camp is coming up in May, like I think at the end of May. I can't remember what dates they are, but I think maybe Ariel can put that into the chat for us. But also, like, the doors are going to open the first 2 weeks of May, and I think the weekend before Memorial weekend is my boot camp, and those 2 days essentially it's find them, fund them. So what I'm talking about right now, we are going to be digging super deep into this, and we have 20 different ways for you to find storage facilities, all the different ways to fund them, creative deal structuring, and things like that. That's what we're going to talk about in the boot camp. So I'm giving you like a high level overview right now, but if you are interested, now only students can come to the boot camp. All right, that's it. But just so you know, we will be talking about that. Okay, so funding them. Okay, so in this section right here, I just want to talk quickly about all the different ways you can invest in self-storage, and then all the different ways that you can fund your deals. Okay, so I've talked a little bit about some types of deals, but the one that I focus on is mismanaged properties. Okay, and these are properties that the owners are not managing them properly, and they are out there. I'm telling you, this is not difficult to find these. Now, what's difficult about mismanaged facilities, there's two things that are really difficult about buying a mismanaged facility. Number one is they're very hard to fund. Hard to fund because banks don't want to fund these. And I have a facility up in the North Georgia mountains. It's actually like commercial property where the owner, like, this is the thing too, is that owners for mismanaged facilities, they don't have any documentation, or they are not documenting what they're doing correctly. So the owner for this particular facility that we're looking at, he told me he was making $90,000 a year, right? And then we got his tax return, and guess what? His tax return says $54,000 a year. Okay, so $54,000 a year is worth $600,000, maybe 600, and 90,000 is worth like $1 million or more. Right. And I put it under contract for $1 million. It was an income when I put it under contract, it was an income producing property. Okay. I put it for $1 million. Well, guess what? I talked to like 10 banks. I was like, income producing property, great. I can go to a bank and get a loan. Right. Income producing properties, banks, any regional, local banks or SBA, they love them. Love them. Everybody loves storage facilities. Everybody loves to lend on storage. All right. Banks. And then you could do regional, local, or SBA. Okay. And so I talked to like every local bank in the area. I talked to a ridiculous amount, and they just all said, due to the fact that, like, once we started to get the tax returns in, they said that due to the fact that he's only making $54,000 a year, and he told you 90,000, and his tax returns only show 50,000, we are only going to, fund, a value of $600,000 because that's what it's valued at. All right. If you can prove to me that you're making 90,000, and then we'll fund it. So obviously I thought it was an income producing property, and it became a mismanaged facility is really what it is. And mismanaged facilities, banks, they want nothing to do with them, right? And now if it was like a mismanaged facility that like was on the up and up, and you could prove it was on the up and up, and like it was increasing over the last couple of years, had been getting better and better and better, and it was at 50% full, and now it's at 75% full, but it's not truly like full. And then maybe SBA would lend, because there is a gray area with SBA, which is like this, like 50% to 75%. And I've seen this with my students that they are open to looking at these types of deals to see, okay, no, if it was not managed properly, then it was, but it was showing that it was becoming more like better managed, then they might be okay with lending on that. But most likely in those scenarios, you have to put more down